Hey, 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 hey.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Look, I am so super excited. We have none other than Joel. Let me tell y'all, he done brought his fire to the Her Fire tour. How he gonna do that? How he gonna bring his fire to the Her Fire tour?
It's only right.
It's only right you bring a little flavor, huh?
Yep.
So look, you guys, I am so super excited. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to share because look, y'all need to get in on this conversation with, I can't even begin to describe who this powerful young man is. Him and his wife is dear to my heart. They have served the Her Fire Tour all last year, and it's only befitting that he brings some of his fire all the way from Dallas, Texas to the Her Fire Tour. So I'm going to let you go ahead and just jump, tell the people who you are while I'm sharing, because I want people to jump on first before we get started, because I feel we're going to have a good conversation.
I agree.
A good conversation.
Yep.
Him bringing his fire to the Her Fire Tour. So go ahead and give us a little bit about who you are. Let's start with that first. Who you are.
All right. I am Joel Wayne. On Facebook, you may see Wayne Banks. I am a minister of the gospel. I am a husband. I am also a photographer, also a writer as well. I just, I'm getting there as far as getting stuff out. I am a graphic designer as well, and logo designer. So there's different things that I do. I just, it's one of those things where you don't publicize everything. You just do it, and that's the motto I have for my life. Just do. Don't worry about the titles and all that other stuff. So yeah.
He said all that other stuff. I love it. So I love to do, because all last year you kind of just sat back, you served, you watched, you observed, you witnessed some things. What are some of the highlights for you in the cities that you did last year?
Some of the things that stuck out, I believe the one that stuck out to me most was when you came to Dallas. And and just to see the ministration of not just what happened through you, but also I think the other speaker that was there, I can't remember. I think her name was Tanya.
Yeah,
yeah, and then obviously the rest of the speakers, it just felt like, I don't know if you've ever been somewhere where you can just feel the Spirit of the Lord is there, and is there strong. So just sitting in that, but also, I was the media person, so I'm running around taking pictures and trying to make sure I captured this, captured that, but you find yourself getting into it as much as you're trying to capture it. So just taking all that in, that was one big highlight for me. The other cities, there were many different other ones as well too, but I would say just the fact that being in the presence of God, some people say is past the four walls. And that's how I felt that day, that it didn't matter what time it was or what was going on. We were there, we were in the middle of it, and God was doing something mighty, something great, something that somebody left there that day different. Somebody left there that day blessed. And I don't even know if that's the same city. I believe that happened plenty of cities. It wasn't just one, but there was something that happened in Charlotte as well. Same situation. Something that happened in some other cities as well. So I was just blessed. And like you said, sitting back, being the media person, you're you're taking it all in, but there are things that God is impacting to you too in that time.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk a little bit about that. How did it impact you as a man, as the only man that were a part of all the seasons of Chicago? Oh yeah. So how was that?
One of the things that I'll say is when you talked about masculinity and you talked about femininity, that subject, that conversation, I feel like needs to be talked about more. There are people like you've stated throughout the tours, there are ladies who have more of one or the other. There are guys as well who have more of one or the other. Where's the balance? And learning your balance is what I think. Just listening to you when you were sharing it, that's what I was trying to, even in my own life, I'm like, okay, there's sometimes I can be real masculine, that's fine, but there's sometimes I need to be real chill, real calm. And that's one big thing that stuck out to me, just that subject itself. It really stuck out.
Awesome. I think it was one of the cities that was Baltimore. That was Baltimore. That was Baltimore. Remember the illustration that I had you to tell your wife how everything was passed on to the bloodline? For me, that Baltimore was one of the cities that God really moved in that aspect. And what I tell people is it's never forced. It comes suddenly, or it comes in subtle ways when you just sit and just allow. As a man being in the room, how did it change your perspective?
It gave me a better understanding of my position as a man. I think at times we we want to be a part of everything, or we want to jump the curve sometimes. And it gave me a better understanding of when to be the leader per se. Because there are some situations that maybe your wife can lead this one and you're with her, you're supporting her. There are other situations where she's following your lead. And that's what I talked about when I said balance, because sometimes you want to just run everything. You want to be the person that's making every decision, doing everything. But it taught me to learn to sit back and just say, hey, I'm gonna listen to her response on this one. I'm gonna listen to her advice on this one. I'm gonna listen to this on this one. Am I great at it? Am I the best? No, I need to get better. But that was that was the beginning of that conversation. Something that I just never thought of or even paid attention to, honestly.
So this is a question that's popped in my head. As a man, how is your perspective in your wife being a part of something like this? Because sometimes we hear from like, oh, you got to go to those different women empowerment events again and da da da. How does it change you and your relationship with her and her coming home to some of these cities that you wasn't a part of? How was that dynamic?
So it was, I think, two things I would say. So when we first started dating and all that, she told me about the journey that she was on. She called it the best part of her life. And she told me about you and everything. And I think we went to Charlotte that first year. I think we were engaged or dating or whatever. And just sitting there listening to her speak or hearing her speak, I saw what she was saying. I strongly believe, okay, I see why she said what she said. And then meeting everybody, it gave me some sense of comfort, but it also reminded me that, hey, support her on this, be there for her on this, no matter what. Make sure that you are supportive. Don't let it be an instance where you're not supportive, because this is what she's here to do. So forward now till I would say the other thing was, we can forward a few years now. I think last year, one of the things that kept coming to me was that, hey, because in my family, I don't have people that will say, why are you doing this or why are you doing that? They'll more question, like, are you a part of this? Like, what are you doing in this? Or are you just going just to go, So a lot of my family was like, man, you traveling a lot. You're doing a lot with your wife. You guys must be like big people out there. Like, y'all, y'all must be, I said, we're getting there, but honestly, this is just me supporting her. And as time went on, they started to see me do that. And they kept saying to me, they're saying, there's not a lot of guys that do that. There's not a lot of guys that support their wife that way. But like I always told them, I said, I believe in what she's doing enough to be able to support her. I can't just,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's kind of like people tell you, hey, I believe with words. I like to believe with actions. I want to show you, hey, I believe you, but I want to be there to support, to kind of show you in action that I believe. So those would be the two things.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what, you said such a mouthful, and I wanted to bring that out because sometimes we do have men watching, women watching from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to hear it from the husband's perspective and the benefits of their wife going, or their girlfriend, girlfriend, and all those different things, so that we can see this is a journey. If you've watched her from 2019 all the way up to 23. So let's talk about her growth, because I want that woman that is listening, if you're thinking about coming to the Her Fire Tour,
mm-hmm.
and wondering what's the Her Fire Tour about, I want you to hear from one of the our sponsors and keynote speakers of the Her Fire Tour. Wanted to hear from her husband's perspective and the change in her as one of the speakers.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that journey.
Yeah, I think, like I said, that first, it's funny because after every time she speaks, she'll ask me, do you think I did good? Do you think I did? And I'm just like, you did amazing. But I can see from the first time I heard her speak to recently, there is different approaches that she's taking. And I want to call this Her Fire journey, not just the tour, because it started off as, there was another name for it, right? Before Her Fire.
Queen Takeover.
Yes. And it's kind of like, now that the fire has been stirred, there's been a lot of growth in like I said, her approach to speaking, her conviction in speaking, but also the other stuff. I don't want to just be a speaker. I want to be a teacher. I want to be able to coach people. I want to be able to access all those other things. So I'm seeing that being active in her life now. And like I said, these are things that she was saying, oh, this is the best part of my life. This is this is what it is. But to see the journey for where she started to where she is now, like you said, it's 3 years. And to see people in her life coaching class, people getting their certificate, her doing her own tour, the Step in Your Truth tour, it's showing that, hey, she's taking what you've given her, and now she's taking it to levels that I'm sure she didn't even think it could go, know? So, yeah.
Awesome. So look, if you're listening and you say, what is this Her Fire Tour all about? Go to the website and register this Saturday for Charlotte, www.herfiretour.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video, like it, whatever you need to do, tag people, whatever you need to text message, email it, Facebook inbox, whatever, to spread the word. So look, Joel.
Yes.
Why you join the platform for speakers of the Her Fire Tour? Do you feel there is a need?
I do. I feel like as a male, as a guy, we separate certain things, and I feel like this conference, this Her Fire tour, is a global tour that can impact anybody, not just one group of people, not just one age group even. It can impact different age groups. It can impact anybody. As a guy, the impact that it has for me, that it's had for me, is kind of what I said in the beginning. It helped me understand certain things as far as the woman and the male. But it also, I see the benefit of it as well, because a lot of guys just look at conferences as that's a woman's thing. Even men conferences are not as packed as women's conferences, because guys just look at it as that's just a conference. But when we start accessing and entering into these things, what we're doing now is giving ourselves better understanding of not just women, but also understanding of ourselves, of how to handle certain situations, how to deal with certain things, how to cope with certain things, being able to talk about certain things, being able to be honest about certain things, and not keeping certain things in. I feel like a lot of guys live their lives, I just go to work, I do what I need to do, I go to church on Sundays, and that's it, but throughout the week, where is your up and down? How are you handling that? Who are you talking to? How are you communicating that when it does come up? So these type of conversations help you uproot that or deal with that in ways that, you may not get at a church. You may not get somebody praying for you.
Oh, say that again.
You may only get at the Her Fire conference.
At the Her Fire too.
Yep.
So what I'm hearing you say is men can benefit from the Her Fire tour.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Let's talk about how they can benefit from the Her Fire tour.
Yep, they can benefit. I'll give two. They can benefit by becoming a better man. And when I say becoming a better man, we're all on a journey of growth. But when you don't deal with certain issues that you may have had, I don't know, since you were younger, if you don't deal with those issues, they uproot themselves and uprise, you can say, in your life in other situations. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be whatever it is. It may find itself there because it hasn't been dealt with. So coming to a tour like this, you're giving yourself access to something that can help you deal with that. And we've talked on this tour, you talk about healing. On this tour, you talk about forgiveness. On this tour, you talk about overcoming. On this tour, you talk about dealing with your stuff. You talk about organization, mismanagement. You talk about that too. So those certain topics, a lot of guys, I got this. I'm gonna handle this. I can deal with this. And most times we're trying to figure it out rather than actually knowing what we need to be able to deal with it. So yeah, the tour can help you become a better man, and the tour can help you enter into a different perspective when it comes to a woman. Because I think I was listening to something today, and they said a lot of guys still view women as just what they have. And if what they have is all you view, and that's all it is, and that's all you're thinking they have to offer, well, at the end of the day, they have so much more. So our perspective can change on this tour if we come. Somebody needs to come, but our perspective can change through this tour if you just attend. If you just come and just pay attention, come and just learn, come with open ears, come with open mindsets, to be able to just learn. You'll leave there with a better perspective and become a better man. So
did you just drop the mic? You just dropped the mic. So look, y'all heard him say from a man's perspective how this tour can benefit, help change. This, I call this is the Her Fire experience, because it's not just an event, it's not just one day, it is literally an experience. So let's say that person that's listening right now or may listen on the replay and they're thinking about coming. What would you tell them to make them go ahead and push the register button to go and register now?
How much fire do you have in your life right now? And that's for a guy and that's for a lady. That fire should be, and this, I'm not going into what I'm speaking on, but I'll say that fire, that fire should be something that's directing you the right way, and not keeping you in the wrong situation. Because if the fire is not moving and it's just in place, sometimes you question what place it's in. So get your tickets to come, because you need to figure out what's going on with your fire. Has your fire dimmed? Is it lit a little bit? And this could be fire for a career, fire for life, fire for God, fire for being a better person, growing and developing, or just fire for doing more with what you have. Doesn't matter what fire you're trying to deal with. The question is, where are you at right now with that fire? So I don't know if you all remember, or you've had a gas stove and you tried to light it and you hear that and you may say, hey, what's going on? It's not working. You may come back a few minutes later and it just turns off. So for some of us, we may be in that you're trying to get your fire going, it's just not going. So coming to this tour can get it going, can get it to a place where it needs to. But if you miss out on this, you're gonna miss out on a lot. So come and just enjoy the experience. Come and just stir up what you have inside of you. So that's what else.
I absolutely love it. I love it. So you talked a little bit about you wasn't going to go too deep into your music. So can we just get a snippet of what to expect from the men of God?
What I'll say is, in church, or I would say in church, we've all heard the saying, be on fire for God. Be on fire for God. And I've never heard the saying, you are the fire. Why do we have to be on fire when you already are the fire? Because if you are the fire...
I gotta drop the mic. I gotta drop the mic.
If you are the fire, the burning should continue. If you are the fire, people will recognize that you are the fire.
Okay, I want you give me too much.
I'll leave it.
Give me too much. You gotta go right now to www.herfiretour.com. Get your tickets.
Come on, some guys. Come on, guys.
Guys, girls, get your tickets. Get your tickets. Look, one of the things that God began to send word, and it was confirmed because sometimes I have men inboxing me. What about his fire? What you gonna do with his fire? Well, what about his mess? And et cetera, et cetera. So this year, God is doing, I don't want to say something different, but he's expanding and evolving the tour. Even when I started the Queen of Takeover tour, we had a guy that was on the speakers panel. But my prayer is always to send people, not just women, but men and women that's supposed to be a part of the tour that can take it to where it needs to be, the world's #1 platform for female speakers. So talk a little bit about what you bring with his fire to the tour in 23.
I will say this. I bring, in many ways, a calm fire. One that you won't see coming, but I'll be there.
I love it. I love it.
A fire that is gonna hit you in different points and different perspectives. And lastly, I'll say I bring a perspective that should be there, meaning that a guy needs to share in this aspect as well, to impact his generation from this perspective.
Yeah.
We have amazing, I'll say I'm one of the speakers, but compared to the rest, they've been doing this for AB herself. She's been doing this beyond. But I feel like from the things that I have in my perspective, it'll bring a little bit of taste or a little bit of info, a little bit of knowledge to add to what already is there. So, like I said, a calm fire. A calm fire. So.
Okay. Ladies, can we say we can handle it? If you're listening in the chat, put in the comments, I can handle it. But most of all, I'm ready and I'm open to receive it. That's what the whole aspect of the femininity is, being open to receive. Because we can go to so many different conferences and so many different things, but we leave home still closed.
Yep.
The Her Fire atmosphere, it catches you in a way that you least expected. Because some people, they've been seeing all the videos and the pictures from last year and the movement and all those different things. But when you get in the atmosphere, it's something totally different. I can call it this, for me, I have grown as a woman because of the tour. Learning from all the other speakers, learning deeper and deeper what I have inside me and my capabilities as a visionaire. And this year, the year of acceleration. When you hear the year of acceleration, what does that mean for you personally as a man?
As a man, it means a set time. We've been trying to get somewhere for so long. We've been doing whatever we can to pursue whatever it is that God has put on our hearts. Maybe you got stuck along the way. You got lost. You got slowed down. You stepped back. You messed up. Whatever it is that slowed you down, God is saying it's a set time for you to get to wherever you need to get to. And the acceleration part is Him making sure that you get there. Him making sure that you get there. Doesn't matter what has slowed you down, what has kept you from getting there. He's making sure that, hey, this year is different. This year is not like any other. And we will accelerate to get there.
So what does the year of acceleration mean for you as the minister?
As the minister, for me, it just means that meeting God where He's at. God is what? Alpha Omega. So He's at certain points in our lives that we are not there yet. But in order to get there, our relationship with Him has to continue to get better, continue to get deeper. And continue to grow in ways that are uncomfortable. And when that happens, you're accelerated because you are now dealing with these uncomfortable things. I feel like we keep ourselves in place a lot of times because we don't want to deal with the uncomfortable. Oh, that's too much for me. Oh, I don't want to deal with this. We pass it off. We pass it off. And when we pass it off, we're in turn telling God that, hey, I'm not ready for that. When he's saying, no, deal with that so I can get you to this next place, next level, or deeper understanding of something. So, yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait to Saturday. OMG. And this will be my first. I am so excited. I am so honored that you joined the tour, that you and your wife, y'all show up. And what people, y'all travel from Dallas. That's a over there across the over there. That is a testament of the dedication, the faithfulness, and just seeing the vision of the Her Fire Tour. So I am completely honored of your servitude and your prayers and all those amazing things, the contribution, the value that you guys bring to the tour. So
thank you. We are honored too. I would say it's our way. You know how, like I said earlier, people say, hey, I believe in you, but they don't show it. We believe in AB. We believe in what she's offering. We believe in the Her Fire Tour. So whatever sacrifices we have to make, we make them to make sure that we're there, we're present. And that's for everybody who is watching as well. You know, you guys are missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime, to not even come to the tour, or to not even be interested in the tour, or to not even message AB and say, hey, how much are those tickets? You know, you're missing out on that opportunity. But we're starting again, and this Saturday is the first kickoff, so don't miss it. That's what I'll say.
It's been a lot of anticipation with everybody, especially all the speakers, because the speakers that's been there, the ride or dies, right? We know what happened last year. We know what happened before the setting up, the after, the travel, all the different things that we grow through, you know, putting the tour together and all those different things. I mean, it's so much anticipation that is in the atmosphere, so much energy, so much time and effort goes behind this. And a person may look at the tickets and they may say $99. What would you say to that? Well, I don't have it, or I don't want to pay that much and I don't know them. What would you say to that person that says, you know what, I just don't see myself paying $99?
I would say you spend $99 weekly on something else. You know, it may be gas, it may be food, it may be a combination of things. Take this $99 as an investment that can not just help you spiritually, but that can help you mentally, that can help you emotionally, that can help you overall. You'll leave there with a better sense of, hey, this is where I need to be in my life. This is where I need to do in my life. These are things I have to deal with right now. Instead of just going through the motions, just living life as it comes. So this is a set time and a set opportunity just for you, whoever you are out there, just for you to make sure that you invest in you, and invest in you, believing that change is coming. So
the change is here. The change is at the Her Fire Tour.
So $99, it's okay.
And I always say that there is nothing that I'm not willing to do or willing to invest when it's going to help me, assist me, and being around the people that I really need to be. You're not paying $199. You're investing that. That is your, I don't want to sound cliches and say that is your seed, but that it is your seed to be in the room with people that you may need to connect to get you to the next level. And so many different people have been connected last year throughout the tour that are doing business collaborations and all those amazing things, but they made the decision to come into the room. And a lot of people say, well, $99. I have 3 avenues where you can do 4 payments through Sizzle, Afterpay, and Affirm. $25 every 2 weeks for 2 months. That's literally a no-brainer. So look, how many cities are you doing this year? Let's talk about that.
That's a good question. I believe I'm doing, if I remember, I believe it's 6 of them. I believe so. I'm excited and I can't wait. Like you said in the beginning, how does it feel from coming from behind the camera to now stepping up there? So I'm just excited to see what more we can do, to see what more can happen, to see who else life can be changed, who else. And that's one piece you just mentioned, the networking part. A lot of times people come to conferences like this and it's just to hear or just to see. But this is, no, you get out and you actually network. You actually get to know the people that you're hearing from, but also get to know people's products, get to know what they are talking about, what they're selling, what's going on, and invest in your life that way as well. So that in itself is priceless. So
it is. So you may be listening and say, you know what, how is today? What's going to happen from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock? What's going to happen? So this is when you come on time, because we start on time. Joy, do we start on time?
On time.
We start on time. There's no CP time. We start on time. We will be starting at 10 a.m. So from 10 a.m. to 10:15, people coming in, we're networking. We're going to kick it off with a powerful prayer, powerful meditation before we go into the speakers. Why start off with prayer? I need your mind open, your heart open. Sometimes people come, they fighting traffic, we're flying in, or we're rushing. This is an atmosphere where it's going to provoke you to tune into you. It's all about you in that moment. It's all about being present. I don't want you to come with your phone in your hand, all these different distractions. Live in the moment. Enjoy the moment. Experience the moment. That's when you get the most out of the experience. When you say, you know what, I don't want to be on my phone. Whatever happens, I deal with it after 6 p.m. You're going to have some powerful speakers coming up talking about following your dreams. As he say, oh, I was about to say something. Is your fire contained? Is your fire contained? You know, how to walk in that femininity. It's so many different speakers coming to bring so many different value. We have different group activities, on the spot coaching. It's just you're not just hearing us speak. We're going to have interaction questions. You actually get to have conversations and ask questions to the speakers. There will be time set apart from that. We do fun TikTok videos. We got the Her Fire Soul line. It's so many different things that happens at the Her Fire Tour. But one of the things that I love to say, you're going to get the opportunity to meet you on a whole nother level. I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50, 60. You're going to get an opportunity to meet you on a whole nother level. We don't fully know ourselves. We are evolving into the men and the women that God has called us. Through life situations and circumstances, the tour plays as an avenue to bring a little bit deeper clarity to who you are, helping you get over those challenges that you've been trying to do it by yourself. Each speaker is an authority, an expert in their field. They have been through the fire, they have been through training, they have had the master's degrees, the doctorate degrees, all these different trainings to help you out of your mess. And hopefully one day you give your message on the Her Fire Tour. We have speakers that were participants of the Her Fire Tour, and now they're speakers. We have women on the tour that have never spoken before. It's so many different things that transpire. It's an atmosphere for your baby to leap, your atmosphere for those dead dreams to come to life. It is a atmosphere that you as a person get to experience life on a whole new level, expanding your mind. That's one, expanding your mind, getting access to things that you would never would get access to unless you was a part of the Her Fire Tour. So look, encourage the people that's listening, the men, the women, to go ahead and get their tickets. And I just want to drop a little bit of motivation on them. We're gonna close out because look, Saturday will be here.
It will.
We'll be here in a minute. Saturday will be here in a minute. Because it was just December.
Yep.
We were just closing out Holly.
Already in March almost.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I encourage everyone to invite somebody to be there themselves and to make sure that if you even have to invest in somebody to come. This, like she was sharing just now, this is a cannot miss. This is a cannot pass off. This is a cannot. This is that opportunity, and it's beneficial for all parts of you. Every area of you that deserves some type of development, that deserves some type of growth, that deserves some type of even joy. Even joy. If there's some part of you that deserves some type of joy, if it's some part of you that deserves some dancing, maybe you haven't danced in a while, if there's some part of you that deserves some laughter, this opportunity can fill all those vacancies. It can fill all those lacks, if I could say that. It's just up to you to make the investment. Don't miss out on it. Make the investment. Invest in you.
They deserve. Ooh, deserve. You deserve to be in the room. You deserve to be a part of the Her Fire Tour. And not only that, you deserve to be in our presence. You deserve to be in our presence.
We want you in our presence.
Yes, we are honored to have you in our presence. Wow, we're in this space called life. That is the most amazing things, that you get the opportunity to be around people who love what they do, that are authentic in who they are. What you see AB is what you see AB in person. What you see on camera, what you see me post is the same person you see when you see me in person. And all the other speakers, like I'm one of those people, this is the price, this is what you get, and I'm gonna leave it up to you to make the decision. It's my job to help build your faith and remove the fear and reservations for you to be a part of the room. And especially for those people that you've been looking at the tour, you've been looking and following me for years and never made doubt. Like that part right there. Don't inbox me and say how much are the tickets. Go to www.herfiretour.com. The price does not matter. If the tickets are still on sale.
Don't miss.
still have time before it sells out.
Yep.
I'm speaking selling out all the cities.
Yep.
All 12 cities.
Yep. No matter where you are, get your ticket now.
get it now, because look, once it's closed, it is closed. And if you know, if you say, you know what, I really deserve to be in this space, go VIP.
Yep.
Go VIP.
Yep. Get
in the room of people who care about you. Who care about you. I've already sponsored several women to come to the tour. That means free ticket. But we can't make the whole event free.
Nope.
But what I want you to do, I want you to get your girlfriends, get your cousins, your sisters, your aunts, your grandmama, your G mama, your grandma. Go knock on the door. Neighbor. The Her Fire Tour is this Saturday. Yep. Call off work. Use them PTO time. Use them sick days. Do what's necessary to get to the Her Fire Tour. www.herfiretour.com. If you got to crawl, if you got to run, if you got to fly, go on a boat, bicycle, catch a ride, catch your Uber, roller skate, rollerblade, skateboard, whatever you have to do. If you got to scoot on your elbows, if somebody got to drag you by your ponytail, whatever you got to do, get them tickets. No tickets will be purchased at the door. Get your tickets. You have time. If you're listening to this, you have time. If you have a desire in your heart that you want to go, that's God leading you there. You have to surrender and obey to what God is leading you to do. Don't just sit back and just watch the Her Fire Tour leave your city. Yep. Get your booty in the seat. Get your booty in the seat. And go register now at herfiretour.com.
Go do it now.
So Joelle, can you close us out in prayer for those that are listening, that those that are becoming, that those will be flying in, and those that are still making a decision? Can you just drop a word of prayer?
Heavenly Father, we just come to you. And first, we just say thank you, God. Thank you for the fact that we are still alive, the fact that we're still breathing, the fact that we're still moving, oh God. Secondly, we thank you for what you're doing in our lives, oh God, for those that are coming, for those that are thinking about it, for those that are unsure, oh God. Thank you for what you're doing in their lives. Thank you for the opportunity that you have placed in front of them. Let them see, oh God, the benefits of what is being given to them, oh God, what's being offered to them, oh God. Let them see the benefits that you have in it as well. Let them see the blessings that you have in it. Let them see the growth that you have in it, oh God. Let them see all that you have created through this tour, oh God. Let it not just be another tour, another experience, oh God. Let it be one of a kind. Let it be something that has never been experienced before. Let it be something that has never taken place before, oh God. We thank you for shifting and moving the room already, oh God, for preparing things ahead of the way. For safe travels for everyone coming, everyone that's bought their tickets, everyone that's thinking about buying their tickets, everyone that's coming to speak, everyone that's involved. Thank you for taking care of them. Thank you for providing. Thank you for getting them there safely. And thank you that while they're there, we have an amazing time. While they're there, their life is changed, oh God. We just give you praise, oh God. We give you glory. This is the beginning of things to come, oh God. This is the beginning of change to come, oh God. This is the beginning of joy in somebody's life to come, oh God. This is the beginning of growth in somebody's life to come, oh God. So we just give you praise. We give you glory. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Go get your tickets. www.herfiretour.com. And if you know somebody who need to hear this live, go ahead now and share. You
Share it,
guys
share it.
be blessed. And I will see you on this Saturday or Friday, Saturday, whenever
Soon.
you guys look. You guys be
Soon
blessed.
and very soon.
Right. www.herfiretour.com. Get your tickets because we are coming to a city near you. And I will see